The aim of this is to use the offload out of the tackle to maintain continuity. The pressure cooker drill aims to use the offload to get behind the defence in tight situations. In the first drill, set up 3 to 4 players on their knees acting as defenders, spread out in a line. Put them about 3 to 5 metres apart. 4 attackers will move forward with the ball. The first ball carrier aims at one of the shoulders of the first defender. This defender tackles him to ground. As the attacker falls, he passes to one of his teammates, who then repeats the same with the next defender. Switch shoulders over a number of repetitions. Progress this drill by making the defenders go on their haunches and eventually to their feet. At this stage, all the tackles should be at waist height or below. The key points to look out for is that the players should earn the right to offload. In other words, they need to get beyond the tackler before they make the pass. ABCs. That means agility before contact, moving the defender before passing the ball. Another key point is to have a firm grip on the ball through the tackle. Once through the tackle, have soft hands with the pass. Note that the support player can go either side of the passer, so the offloader does not always need to go over and around the tackler. He may need to pass left or right depending on where the support player is coming from. Start with a regular offload. Here he passes to the side rather than around the back, and then back to a regular offload. With the players kneeling on the floor, we start with a regular offload, but watch how 2 doesn't feel his support's there until he actually hits the ground and throws the ball back off the ground. Help change the types of offloads that players use by changing the distance between the players. Here we've got them kneeling, so all the offloads are going to be above the shoulder. Okay, what we're going to see in a moment is that the players aren't going to come through at much pace, so they're not going to go beyond the tackler. Not much pace with that player coming through. He still gets beyond the tackler, and interestingly, he passes to the side. He's got to find a solution which works both for him and the support player. At last, a player coming through at a bit of pace. Remember, the players have got to work hard to get the offload, so they've got to use footwork before the contact, firm grip on the ball, a bit of agility before, get the ball free, and then pass the ball away. So, a bit of footwork before the contact, good grip, get the ball free, and just pass the ball away. Mark out a narrow box, putting 3 attackers at one end with the ball and 2 defenders at the sides. Get the ball carrier to pass into the middle player, who attacks the space between the defenders. The ball carrier aims to score at the end of the box. He can only pass after the contact. Progress this drill by offsetting the defenders, or adjusting the heights of the tackle, or giving the first receiver a chance for a run-up. The key points in this drill are that the ball carrier should try to move the defenders, he should drive through the contact before he tries to pass, and also to look for what we call the 100% offload. In other words, don't pass if you can't get the pass away. Okay, in terms of the setup, 3 players at the front. In this particular case, we've got the 2 players, his defence slightly offset. Remember the principles, always trying to use a bit of footwork before contact and trying to get through the tackle to pass the ball. When we see the next 3 players coming up, we'll see this player doesn't use that same pace. He does get the ball away, he got the ball above the tacklers, but he could have done better if he'd gone through much harder. This particular player uses some good footwork before the first player, gets caught up here, fights to get the ball free, and then offloads. But this player here hasn't read the situation, he could come for a lot deeper. Here, much better footwork, gets beyond the first tackler. This player here works hard to get through the tackler and then offloads. And both the support players have shown a bit of depth. There's not just one way to offload. Watch how this player here gets above the tacklers and flicks the ball out of the back of his hand. And it's great that the support player was aware of what was going on.